All right, so we're going right into it. And you can see this is going to be a drastic change. And I use the Wall Magic clips because they mold through the hair a lot better than the Masters do. But one of the things that I wish I had the time to do was shampoo and comb him out, but there's just no time. And when your hair is matted like this and the structure that we run in the shop, we just got to go with the punches. So I separated the hair. I was going with the grain just to lower it some. And now we're going to start our initial guideline. I'm using Andy Slim lines to do it, followed up with some shavers to get it really tight. And now we're going to use the Andy's Masters, the number 3 guard, to clear some bulk, to give myself like three fingers worth of space, or close to 3 inches worth of space. So I have some room to work with to blend into the bulk, right? Setting my foundation. So now we'll go to our next guideline. That's no guard, the blade's all the way open. So you're pushing the lever down and allowing the blade to come out as far as possible, right? Going up about an inch, and we're gonna do, that's our next guideline. It's gonna be symmetrical to the first guideline you made in shape and all, right? Next we have the number 1 guard, and it's open. Start our next guideline, and we're coming off the head. We're not going into the bulk to create a harsh line. We're coming off of the head. So now we have the number 2 guard, and it's all the way open. Same thing, coming off of the head, because we know we're going into the bulk, and we're starting to stack the guards. And what I mean by stacking the guards is you don't need to go up an inch now, right? You can do a half of an inch or a third of an inch up. So let's go ahead and start taking out this initial guideline, and it's 3 steps. Literally all the way closed, open it up some, and then all the way open, it's done. Then we'll go with the number 1 guard closed to debulk a little bit, and we'll connect it all together with the number 0 guard, and that should blend it all in. You might have to detail it by following up with the lever all the way open and no guard, but once you go through those steps, this portion, which to me is the most important part of a fade, is done. And like I said, I'm just detailing, right? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the arch, line up the arch, so I can see what it's looking like, and also because I want to be able to gauge what is too much, right? Because I want to keep the contrast there. I want to keep the hairline dark, so I don't want to blend too close to the hairline, because that contrast between the dark and lightness or whatever, it just makes the lineup pop. We're doing the same exact steps on this side. I'm going to get through it quickly. I was just pointing out a little dark spot I'm going to take out by going back. Like I said, going back, you might have to go back to that lever all the way open. And we'll finish this portion by lining up the arch as well, and it'll be good to go. And now we're going to connect the back. So I like to stand at an angle because I want to make sure that the sides are connecting to the back and out to the other side, so that it looks like one haircut. It doesn't look like we cut it in parts. And it's the same steps. You may have to spread it a little bit more, the blend, or pay attention to dark spots because of the bone structure in this area. But you might have to take a little bit more time here, but it's the same steps. And this is the 2 guard closed. here I'm just going with the grain because I want to leave bulk. I just don't want to take too much bulk off, right? But I don't want it to look like it's not faded into that area. And the reason why I want to leave bulk is because I want the top length to connect, to look as if it's connected. So if you go too short there in that bulk area, then you're going to ruin the fade. It's going to look like an undercut. And here we're putting that arch together. You can see how the line is popping. So, like I said, man, I just didn't have time to shampoo and comb his hair out and stuff. I explained to him, his haircut would come out nicer, much more even if his hair wasn't so matted. If the next time, anytime he comes in, just make sure you have your hair combed out, shampoo or whatever. Um, but this is gonna be close enough because his hair is so curly. It doesn't have to be a perfectly even shear cut, right? So we're just giving him a light trim anyways. Besides in this area we need to take some length off. But again, because his hair is so curly, it doesn't have to be perfectly even. He just wants to know that he's gotten his hair trimmed. I'm doing this because I started doing shear over comb because it was just getting difficult to comb through that hair in sections. All right, now we're really starting to pay attention to the blend into this area, and we'll spend the next 5 to 10 minutes, just detailing the haircut. At some point, we'll start to line up the front hairline. And you can see a little bit of bulk, like right around the occipital, not the occipital, the ridge area. You didn't see that from the side, you saw it from an angle. So that's why I tell you guys it's important to look at your haircuts from different angles and make sure that it looks good, no matter what angle people are looking at that your art from. So I'm pretty sure I touched that up, but I just wanted to point that out to give you guys an example of why it's so important. you guys can see that it's starting to come together. I'm using the Tune 45 triple cartridge razor, available on tune45.com, guys. This is pretty much the finished product. I'll probably put some hair gel or something in his hair. It's not gonna be that effective because his hair's so matted, but you know, this is it, man. And if you guys enjoyed this, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the notifications button, turn that on so you can get notified when my videos are dropped. And if you're into continued learning and you want a hands-on experience with your boy, check this out.
Hi, my name is Yolanda Brady. I'm a CEI student. I found out about the class through Facebook, Tune 45 Squad. I loved it. It was very intimate, very personal. All questions were answered. The attention to detail was excellent. I would definitely do this again.
Top Gun представляет Москва, Tesla Place, 3 сентября. Главное событие этого года. Первое и единственное в России барбер-шоу. Впервые мировые звезды барберинга США и Европы проведут в один день 5 мастер-классов, расскажут о секретах профессии и последних тенденциях мужского стиля. Также вас ждет световое шоу «Силы света», стендап Нурлана Сабурова, а завершит вечер крутейшее выступление Басты. Билеты и программы на сайте barbershow.russia.com или barbershow.ru.